Okay, sorry about that, dropped the phone. All right, now, this is our problem that's in our book, okay? So let me grab my book here, and it says, find the volume in cubic feet of the right solid whose bases are the figures shown on the left and whose sides are 8 feet high. Dimensions are in feet. Now I'm looking at number 19 from problem set 80. So here's our formula. The formula is volume equals the total area times the height. So I have to look at my figure and say, what are my shapes? Well, my shapes are very simple because my shapes are both triangles. So the volume equals base times height divided by 2 plus base times height divided by 2. Once I get my total area, I'm going to multiply that by the height. So looking at your triangles, you have a base of 5 and the height of 9 on your first one. So we're going to say 5 times 9 divided by 2 plus, look at your second triangle, it's also got a base of 5 and a height of 9. So we're going to say 5 times 9 divided by 2. And our story problem told us that the height was 8 feet. Okay, so we're going to multiply that by 8 feet. So we have 5 times 9 is 45. 45 divided by 2. Okay, in each case, we're going to say 45 divided by 2 is going to be 22 and a half. The next one's going to be the same answer. And then we're going to multiply by 8 feet. So 22 and a half plus 22 and a half gets us right back to 45 times 8 feet. Again, we're looking for volume. And volume is the total area times the height. Okay, so when we multiply 45, and remember this is area, so this is square feet. 45 times 8 is going to be 360. And our units are going to be square feet times feet, giving us cubed feet. Okay, cubed feet. Okay, all we did was take the two areas, guys. Some of you are making volume much harder than it needs to be. Volume is simply volume equals total area times the height. Look at the next problem in your book. The problem is find the volume again. We're going to find volume, but this time, I'm going to turn this back around a little bit. This time we're going to find the volume of a cylinder, okay? When you find the volume of a cylinder, you're still going to say the area of the base, the area of the bottom, which is what this was. This was the area of the whole bottom times the height. The only difference between total area and height and the area of the base is I know that this one is a nice round shape. So I can just say the base. Here, when I say total area, that's because these are all weird shapes. They're two triangles or a triangle and a semicircle. So there's like parts and I have to put them together. That's the only difference. You're still gonna say the area of the base times the height, okay? Now, how do you find the area of a base? Now remember, if you look at number 20, it says it's a right circular cylinder. So how do I find the base? I'm going to take the base. What is my radius? My radius is 1, okay? And my formula is pi times radius square. I'm going to do that first. Then I multiply by the height, okay? So I'm going to say volume equals 3.14, because that's pi, times 1 squared. Well, 1 squared is 1, okay? And my height is also 1, okay? So literally, all I'm saying is 3.14 times 1 squared. So 1 squared is 1, because 1 times 1 is 1. So this is 3.14. Okay, now the 3.14 is also in what unit? I'm sorry. It's in inches. So it's in square inches because this is the area of the base. Now multiply it by the height, which is 1 inch. Okay, so my answer is still 3.14. What changes is my unit. I'm in cubic inches now. All right, I hope that today's review has helped you. The only other one I really want us to think about is if you look at number 24 in your book, you have 2 squared, so I'm sorry, 3 squared is 9. Then if you says, it says the square root of 121, you're going to extract that, which it's going to be what? 11. Then you have a bracket. Then you have 4 cubed. You're going to calculate that, but you're not going to multiply it until you do what? Do the parentheses first. I had some people that were calculating the parentheses, but you were multiplying first. Make sure you do inside the parentheses, then you multiply it and you do powers, and then you do from left to right, multiply and divide, then add and subtract from left to right. All right, I miss you, and I know that we didn't get the news that we wanted a couple of days ago about everything shutting down, but you know, we're still having classes, we're still going for it. It's very important. Everything I do online determines your grade for the 4th quarter, okay? You have to do what's online as well as turn in your papers to me. That's why Brother John and Brother David come around and pick them up from you in Chicago, and we ask you that are local to bring them to us so that we can get everything collected so you have plenty of grading factors, okay? Don't slack off. Do your best, all right? Miss you.